And here I bring to you the Lexus in Underground 2. Not a bad looking car, I must say. I'm pretty impressed with the looks on it. So let's quickly go over to a dyno so I can show you guys how much power it has. And kid you not, I think if these RPMs were actually a little bit longer, look at this max power. It was like just, it wants to go up, is looking for more RPMs. That is insane. And like I've said in many of my tuning videos, with torque not being too high, it's actually very easy to get a proper tune for this car. You won't have all of these spinning issues and stuff like that. So in today's video, I will be sharing my drag tune with you guys. So what I did was I decided to categorize this video into 4 sections. The first section is going to be me showing my tune to you right over here. Secondly, I'm going to do a quarter-mile run. Thirdly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys what I installed in this car because there's a little bit of a catch to it. And lastly, we are going to do a drag race against opponents. So let's quickly start off here with the tune by Drivetrain. So this tune right over here, as you guys can see it, is specifically made for the quarter mile to have a pretty good quarter mile time, as well as the Bayview drag race. If you're going to use this tune on any other kind of race, such as a circuit race or even also a drag race, but that is much longer, you might actually pop the engine. I'm not kidding you guys. If you do, just come back over here, just take this knob to the left and go and try again. If it works, great stuff. So otherwise, we're going to put it back where it was. So here it is. Take a screenshot, write it down, do what you got to do to get these numbers in your car. So then for the suspension, we've got the front all the way down. We've got the rear at about halfway. This is obviously the height of the suspension. So for the front springs and the front shocks, we got both of them about quarter of the way. And for the rear springs and the rear shocks, we got it about 3/4 of the way. Then for the sway bar, we got it full for the front and the rear. So for the steering ratio, we got it about halfway. This is where we actually got it at. I did not touch it at all. Going over the aerodynamics, this car does spin a little bit, but what I'm going to do is, sorry, I should have actually done this before the time. I actually got a pretty good grip on this car. It doesn't spin too much. I just kind of forgot to take it down. I don't like doing these things in a video. I like to get it prepared out before the time, but I know this is going to work. For the tires and brake, we still got it at strong, and for the brakes, we did not touch it. So here is the ECU. If you guys don't know how to tune this, just hit this card here in the top right corner. I actually made a specific video to show you guys how the ECU and turbo tuning works, what you're seeing, and if you do adjustments, what's actually happening. So just go check out that video. So then for the turbo, this is how it should look like. Take all the power out in the lower RPMs and shove it in the higher RPMs. For the nitros, you want it to be at about 5 seconds. So there we go. Let's go and do a quarter-mile pass. So there is more than one way to launch any car, but this car, we have to launch it in the green. So you just follow this needle on your acceleration, wherever it's green, that is where you got to launch. And once you launch over there, you gotta get all your hits on perfect around 8,000 RPMs, and you'll sit down very good times. Let me show you guys real quick. Right over here by 7,000 is where you wanna launch, and then you're just gonna perfect shift all the way through. So let me quickly go and try to see if I can get you a good run. Come on, 7.87. That is not bad at all. That's actually a really good pass for this car. It is so damn fast. I'm telling you guys, all the cars with very little torque are doing amazing for some reason. I just don't know why. So let's quickly head over and I'm going to show you guys what I installed in the car. So here for the performance upgrades parts, we're going to go to engine, and long story short, whenever you're going to install a part, don't just install stage 3. Yes, stage 3 is the best, but all the other packages are also very crucial for your install. So what you want to do is you want to install stage 1, then stage 2, and then stage 3. Reason for doing this is because not all the contents in every package is the same. So for example, stage 1 has got a cold air intake system installed. So no, as you guys can see, these are all installed. No, I'm not cheating. You can try it out. It also works for you. So if we do look at stage 2, there's nothing of a cold air intake system. If we look at stage 3, there's also nothing of a cold air intake system. So if you did not install stage 1, you wouldn't have a cold air intake system installed. Now, do you see something here of an exhaust? Well, I don't. So if you go to stage 2, there's a catback exhaust system and a larger diameter downpipe. So if you never install stage 2, you wouldn't have an exhaust system on this car. It would have been the small diameter downpipe and small exhaust system. So that's why I'm saying, if you do install something, install stage 1, 2, and 3. So let's go through everything quick. You also want to install all 3 for the ECU. For the transmission, you want to install all 3. For the suspension, you also want to install all 3. For the nitros, you only want to install the last one, because this is the different ways of injecting it, and direct pour nitros is much better. For the tires, it's rather better to have the stickiest tires, number 3. For the brakes, you also want to install all 3 of them. For the weight, literally look at this, all of them are installed. You want to install all 3 of them. For the turbo, obviously you can only have 1 turbo in it, and stage 3 is the best. So let's quickly go and do a drag race. Oh, this is gonna be a good run. I think I only messed up 1 shift, but this car is flying. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty impressed with this car. It's really not that bad. Here comes the finish line. And we annihilated it. Okay, it's not the best time. I had a 23.86 before, so we are almost there. Let's quickly look at the race stats. We didn't get a very high top speed, 317, 313, 316, 312. So we were definitely the fastest of the year. No one was going to catch us. We got 4 out of 6 perfect shifts. So I miscounted one actually. And then also I want to tell you guys that one of these shifts are the pullaways. So obviously 2 shifts I really messed up pretty bad. So anyway guys, there we go. This is the Lexus IS300. It is the IS300, right? Yes, it is the IS300. Anyway, I do hope you guys found this video informative, educational, or whatsoever. If you guys did, please make sure to drop a big like. If you're still watching now, I just want to tell you guys you are freaking awesome. I love you. If you would love to support the channel, especially if you're new, hit the logo at the bottom right corner to subscribe. If you want to see a similar video, hit the icon on the left. If you want to see one of my most recent videos, hit the icon on the right, and I'll see all of you legends in my next video. But for now, peace out everyone.